Welcome to the Hobby Jogger Podcast, where elite athletes and ham and eggers lace up their stories. We explore the common ground that running creates, from the world-class runner to the hobbyist hitting the pavement, trail, or treadmill. Expect a blend of inspiration, laughter, and the shared joy that makes every step count. Join us on this journey where every run is a story worth sharing. Thank you for joining this episode of The Hobby Jogger. I am the host, Casey Koza. I am once again joined by my co-host, Mr. Rob Myers. Rob, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Excited to talk to the Breezy Trailhead.
Woo!
Very cool Instagram handle there.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Breezy Trailhead is our guest today, Mr. John Calabrese. He is a dance dad, shoe guy, wannabe competitive eater, don't we all, and part-time adventurer per his Instagram account. John, thanks for joining us on The Hobby Jogger.
It is a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, you're quite the experienced ultra runner. Looking through your ultra sign-up page here, some races I've just never heard of that look pretty cool, and a lot of experience running races. And we talked a little bit beforehand, but you're just coming off of the Burning River 100, which is in my backyard. Had a little bit of a tough go at that race, unfortunately. Tougher race than I think a lot of people give it credit for, but you finished it before, correct?
Yeah, this year was rough, man. Lots of DNFs. The weather was kind of evil, but I don't regret it. It was a good time. I got 50 done. I've had a lot of injury this year, a lot of craziness. So, ultimately it's going to help me down the road. I'm committed to getting some ultras or some 100s done this year. So it was a good stepping stone, but I got to go back and finish it.
Like I said beforehand, it's a lot tougher race than people give it credit for. Talking to people at, the DNF at 50, because we're out there every year. We run the relay every year. When you talk to people at 50, it's either I didn't think it was going to be this hot, because it's always hot. It's always a rainy, then hot, which makes it super humid, super high dew point. We don't know what that means on this show, but we know it's miserable.
It's evil.
It's evil. And also where it's at in Ohio, along the Cuyahoga Valley, beautiful park, beautiful national park here, but it's not flat, right, John?
Yeah, it's
not mountainy. It's not flat. It's not like a flat 100.
It's interesting. So I just did so it's funny that I think the weekend after Burning River, I did a 30 miler here in Virginia called the Jarman's Invitational Marathon. It has like as much elevation as Burning River.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with vert and stuff like that. I just think what got me was just not having that many miles this year. The heat, all of the above. I mean, when you do Burning River, you're gonna be chafing very badly every year. It doesn't matter. There's gonna be bad heat. But I think just the main thing that got me is if you look at my Strava, you'll tell I haven't been able to run as much because I've had some hip problems. I've had to swim a lot this year instead of running for cross training. And that's the worst, man. If you're training for 100 milers or any ultra and you can't get in the miles you need to complete races, that's just kind of tough, And I don't like swimming. I'm a terrible swimmer. People make fun of me.
John, I don't swim.
Yeah, I look like a kid in there. Yeah, just like people are like, you're injured, dude. You're from a different sport. You're injured, right? I'm like, yeah.
I do not swim. I float and I drink beer, Rob. That's what I do.
Yeah. I don't like being injured, but I think I'm getting better. I mean, I'm good to the 50-mile mark. I got to get some more training in to get past that, but I'm committed to getting a couple hundred milers done this year, but I think I got to work on it more and get the mileage up.
And John, real quick, you also have another very interesting race, which I'm going to pronounce wrong, but I know I've seen it talked about. Sri Chinmoy?
That's right. So I did the 24-hour race. Last year was rough. If you look at my ultra sign up, you can see where I started to have some issues, mainly right on that race, maybe a little bit before, but I started having knee problems. Yeah. I was doing okay on that race, and then I just started having knee problems. I had to stop. And yeah, that was kind of the start of the decline right there. But I'm getting better now. It took a little bit to get back on the saddle, but I'm getting there. But yeah, that was tough. That was a really hard race.
Is that race the race that goes for months?
So it's the same people that put on the other one. But yeah, this is just the one I did is a 24-hour race. So I was feeling invincible at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I wanted to kind of like, do good on that one to see if like maybe I could get into that long one. But yeah, I had such a poor showing there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a pin in that. Let's see what happens down the road on that big one.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's not the self transcendence
No.
3100. I thought maybe it was like because I saw you did the hour portion of it. I thought maybe it was like a sub race off of.
This is a 24-hour race, but it's the same people, and it's in New York. It's right outside New York City. That's a really good race too. That 24-hour one. It's cool going to New York. I hung out with some friends while I was there from the Navy. Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience, but it just sucked though because like after that, I just had knee problems the rest of 2024, and then it popped. I didn't like clear it all coming into this year, and then the cross training and all that fun stuff.
Injuries, yeah, terrible. You and me, we're a little bit older, so injuries creep up on us pretty quick. KO us even quicker, it seems. I went from my back hurts to I can't walk within a day, and that's rough. What kind of injuries have you been dealing with?
So last year it was knee. This year it was so messed up. So like I got pneumonia in December and I was all messed up for a while. Like I had to just my body just didn't want to work right. And then I started feeling better like like around March. I started running pretty good in March. And then in April I just went on just a random recovery run, 6 mile easy recovery run. And when I was coming back, like at the end of it, something like buckled and I couldn't walk. Like I had to just like limp around for like a month. Like I couldn't I think I don't think I ran for like a month after that. All I could do was swim. I lift weights. I went to a PT and they were like, you need to do all this stuff, like stuff I completely neglected for years, like
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm the same way. Rob, you're doing everything the PT has told you to do, right?
Oh yeah, signed up for yoga, stretching every day.
Every
Promise.
day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're the same, John. It's just it's you get in what you can get in, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like, so, like, if you do all that stuff, it's like an hour at least. Like you're like that's time I could be running, or something like that. Or if you go to the gym, at least for me, it's like kind of out of the way. And then lifting weights, swimming, that stuff takes like a long time. So like it's hard to fit all that stuff in when you have a kid, job, and you're trying to do other stuff too. And then once you feel better enough to run, you still need to do that also. So I can see why people just put it off, like myself and others, because you're strapped for time. It's hard to make time for all the other stuff too. So it's easy to just say, screw it. I'm not gonna do it.
That's one thing that I've definitely made a change in this past year is I make time at least once or twice a week to go to the gym where I will sacrifice. Oh, yep, can't run at this time. I'm going to go to the gym instead. And I do think it's made a difference, but I'd much rather just be out running. Like it's what I enjoy doing. I like getting out there every day. It makes me feel better mentally, physically, whatever else, emotionally, I guess. And obviously why we have the podcast, the hobby jogger, but yeah, it's a big part of your life. So I get it. It's tough to, I'm not going to run. I'm going to go to the gym. That's tough.
Yeah, I think we all need to get better at multitasking, right? When you're in front of the laptop, there's nothing like a wall sit, right? Just go on the wall for like a minute. Watch your legs start shaking. It's a good use of time.
Because yeah, there's times. I mean, I have my kettlebell staring at me right now. It's very dusty.
Kettlebells can be fun, Casey. Come on, kettlebells are fun.
Yeah, but I get up in between. If I have calls or something at work, and I do some swings, and it makes me feel better. And that's what we're all about here. Is just at least feeling better.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of push-ups and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm trying planks, push-ups, curl-ups.
Push-ups. What's that?
I know, I know. PT told me to do it. Yeah, all kinds of stretching. It's been an adjustment, but I mean, hopefully, I think it's paying off. I feel a lot more stronger. Like again, I haven't been able to finish 100 this year, but it will all be worth it if I can finish 100. I think like that's like I really want to get back to finishing one, dude. I haven't finished 100 since April last year. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky to get a couple. I think I have like 4 ultras done this year, maybe more, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish out the rest of the year strong. But hopefully all this PT's paying off. We'll see.
I think it does. I don't know. It could be in my mind. I that's what I always think. Everything could just be in my mind. So yeah, I see you're at least signed up for a few more 100 miles. So you got a couple cracks at it here, at least 3 cracks at it. You're signed up for we talked about it a little bit, but brand new Export PA, the Export 100 Trail Run. How did you find out about that race? Because it doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen before.
So this is funny. I'm that type of guy that if there's a race that just fits the time for me on Ultra Sign Up, I'll just sign up. The funny thing too, this community is so small. I know a guy that I've done multiple races with that's doing it. Yeah, and he lives in PA, I believe. No, he lives in New York. Yeah, I did Manitou's Revenge with him, Eastern States, and C&O Canal 100 miler. So I've done three races with this guy. So I'm just gonna try to stick with him the whole race. Yeah, not many people are signed up, so if you need a race, sign up for Export. You'll get to run with me. We need more people to run it, but if not, that's cool too. I mean, I like small races, and I was supposed to do a race in Pittsburgh this year, but I wasn't able to.
Which one?
I was going to run the marathon. I know it's a marathon, but I like Pittsburgh a lot, and it's a cool place to hang out. But I wasn't able to do it, unfortunately. This will be a cool way to get up there and run an ultra, which I like doing more anyway. So this will be fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to turn this like into like a race review episode, but holy shit, John, you've been a lot of races that I've never heard of,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Those are the ones that I really like. The like ran it with Janet 50K. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's where I grew up in Manassas. That was a cool race. It was for charity. I forget the exact organization. I think it was CASA or something like that. But it was to help put kids in homes. Yeah, I don't think that they do that one anymore. That's the crazy thing. If you like if you look at my race history, races in general, a lot of them are gone now. A lot of them didn't survive COVID, or just even after COVID. It's kind of sad, man. A lot of good races went away.
For sure, we did lose quite a few races. I don't think people realize how many we did because I know there's been some that go through my little park down here that are no longer races, and it's
Did you ever do Conquer the Castle at Squires Castle?
no, I haven't done that one. That's
I did that one. I only did the 50K, but that was my first, I think that was my first venture to do a Ohio race, I believe. I've never experienced the point to point Burning River. I've only the year that I signed up, my first Burning River, it was supposed to be the point to point, but they changed it. And I remember a lot of people got pissed off about that and they didn't give any refunds. And I was like, oh man. But then like I did it and I loved it. Like I had a great time in 2019. But I remember a lot of people were angry about that. But that just speaks to the race itself also. Like people don't even like the out and back, but they still do it in large numbers because it's such a good community there. But have you done the point to point, or have you like do you know have knowledge of that?
the only thing I've ever run at Burning River is the relay. So Rob has run last year. Rob, you ran the marathon, correct?
Yeah, the marathon. Yep.
Yep. Newly added distance this year. You did DNF, the marathon. Then I picked you up and took you to the bar. So
Yes. First half of the race sucked. The second half was great.
Honestly, like I heard a lot of people say that was the hardest marathon they've ever done in their life. I mean, like it was tough. Any distance you did at Burning River this year was very hard, in my opinion.
the heat and humidity this year was just brutal. But there's only one more we got to ask you about, John, before we get on to something else. Hopefully shoe related, because I really like shoes. The Barkley Fall Classic. I didn't realize until Rob told me right before you hopped on here that there was a Barkley Fall Classic. It takes place in Frozen Head State Park. Does it take place at the gate, the yellow gate?
There's some minor differences and some major differences. It's not 100 miles. There's some debate how long the course actually is. Basically, if you make the cutoffs, all the cutoffs, you can get to a quote unquote 50K. If you don't make the cutoffs, or you choose not to go further when you see Laz at the final decision point, you can settle for a marathon. Again, there's been some debate over how far it is because you can't have GPS, so you don't know the elevation and you don't know the distance. But a lot of people think it's way over 50K. I've done the race 5 times. I've volunteered at it once last year. That was an interesting experience too. I was, it kind of sucks. I was signed up for it last year, but I was hurt and I couldn't run it. Again, I had injuries all last year. And then this year I got in and I had to drop because I was injured majority of the year. And that's a race that if you're not 100% in your body, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't, you have to be in like I'd say you have to be pretty much confident with your abilities and in pretty much the best shape of your life to finish that thing. Or like, pretty good shape because you're climbing a lot of stuff that's like it's not even running. You're actually like mountain climbing and like climbing up stuff, sliding down stuff. It's a lot of people will tell you it's not even running. It's very hard and I love it. It's probably my favorite race, but hopefully I get back there someday, or hopefully I get in the big Barkley at some point. But I've got a lot of other stuff to do first. I need to just finish a 100 miler right now, and then kind of we'll get to the other stuff.
The classic, is it marked or is it an orienteering event as well?
There are signs, and like they put you in the right direction. There's some parts that are confusion, but for the most part, there is confidence markers and like the tape and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I know the park pretty well because I've done the race 5 times and volunteered at it. That's the thing too. There's a lot of people like me there, or I've done it more than me there. And like, if you're not confident in your knowledge of the park, just stick with somebody that's done before. Just like ask around in the beginning. More than likely you'll spot somebody that's ran the Big Barkley doing it, or like there's so many famous runners that do it. You'll spot them out. Just like I'm sticking with if I can keep up with this person, I'm sticking with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Rob, you going down to do it?
I'd love to. I mean, it's not that far from my house. I think it's less than 2 hours.
Are you in? Are you in the race right now, or?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, I'd love to do it though.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like it fills up so quick. I mean, part of me is like this. If I know I can't do it, like I am now, like I mean, I might be able to finish it now, but coming off injury, I don't want to try to take up a spot from somebody if I'm going to have a questionable day out there. So yeah, that's part of it too. It's just it fills up quick. Yeah, it's you have to be pretty confident in your abilities.
Yeah, but the most important thing is you got to hang out with Laz. I mean,
Yeah.
is he the same off camera as he is on camera? I mean, that's the question everybody wants to know.
I mean, like people say he's like this sadist and stuff. He's like the coolest dude. Like, me and my friend Eric, we couldn't make packet pickup because we were like running late, and we got our bibs the morning of one year, and like we asked him like a minor question about the course because we weren't there, and he busts out the map and everything. He's like, "Yeah, you go here," and like. Yeah, we're like, thank you, Laz. That was very helpful. I mean, like, he's like a super nice guy. Yeah, a lot of people like say like he's this big bad dude that destroys runners and stuff like that. Bullshit. He's a cool dude. I mean, like I've never looked at him as like some evil force or whatever. If anything, he's made me such a better runner because I've never DNF'd the Fall Classic, but I've gotten the marathon a couple times when I was like getting started off in ultra running, and that race pushed me harder than anything ever to train harder to get stronger. So if anything, I think he's a great guy for helping runners get stronger and pushing themselves to do amazing things.
Yeah, it's something we haven't really talked about the Barkley too much on here. It's kind of it's just such a weird event that I don't I like the mystery behind it. He doesn't allow cameras. There's one guy who tweets about it. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but it's just there's this one account that you can follow.
It's Keith.
Yeah, Keith. And you just follow this one guy and it's like, oh hey, a dude with long hair and a blue shirt came through. He looked pretty good. Oh hey, a woman with long brown hair. Yeah, she doesn't look real good. It's just kind of like that's your updates for it. And I do like that. That's
Keith is cool. Like, so we have a race here called the Reverse Ring. It's a ring around the Massanutten Mountains, and he helps run one of the aid stations.
who is he?
He's from Virginia. I don't know him very well, but yeah, he does a lot of stuff like in the race scene. He's a cool guy. But yeah, at this aid station on this race, it's like the last aid station you get. I think the last I think 13 miles to the finish. They carry a brick oven pizza up to the aid station. They have to carry it, I think like a mile or something, but they do it because they know you're screwed by that point and you're not going to get aid for another 13 miles to the finish. Yeah, they give you pizza, like homemade, like yeah, they give you pizza before like you head off, and it's awesome for like a minute. And then when you get back on the trail, like, oh, this sucks again. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, that dude's great. Like he's a cool dude. He likes a lot of like underground races and stuff like that. And we got a lot of them here in Virginia. I like the scene. It's cool. I mean, like Barkley's awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But I mean, I would encourage other people to seek out other stuff too. Don't just Don't just think Barkley's the only game out there. There's other cool stuff out there.
That guy's a character, Keith Dunn.
Yeah, there you go. Keep done.
I pulled up his Twitter here, and yeah, all he tweets about is Barkley. Seemingly, it's pretty good. No, Rob, I know you watched the one documentary on it, the original one that kind of blew it up and made it.
Where Dreams Go to Die. Yeah, it was great. It's one of my favorite docs.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought they did a really good job with that, and I know, like, for the hardcores, John, you're probably in that group because you seem to run all these, like the underground races, so to speak, but brought a lot of light to it and probably helped out the sport quite a bit to get people interested. Because I know it, when we were watching it here in our living room, this is before I was knew what ultra running was. And I'm like, hey, honey, we have a race right here in our backyard. Did you know that? And she's like, yeah, of course I knew that. Like, you didn't. But so I think he did bring a lot of attention to the sport with Barkley. And I think that's always for the better, I feel.
Part of me is like this. I want to make sure the sport stays weird. You want to have it like I love people are running and doing that stuff, but you want to get it too like mainstream. Like we don't want it like we don't want like the road running community. No offense to the road running community.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to blow it up too hard. We want to like keep it weird and fun. But yeah, it's great that people are doing it. I would never discourage anyone from running trails or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying. Like, we want to still keep the sport weird.
Definitely want to keep it weird. That's one of my draws to the sport, and that, and you just get to hang out with your friends and drink some beer. Yet it does keep me on the healthy-ish side as well, which is good.
Well, it's chill. I mean, like, yeah, the aid stations have like candy and stuff at them, and like it definitely more lively conversation. People are more willing to talk to you than like. I mean, I've done road races before where like if you say anything, people get mad at you. They're like, "Oh, I gotta focus." I'm just like, dude, what? Get over yourself, man. We're just out here to run. Even like girlfriends I've had in the past, like like they get mad like if you talk at a race because they're trying to focus and stuff like that. I think the ultra community is fun because like it's just chill, like like you can just be a fool out there and no one cares. You just blend in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up the sorry, Rob, power hike. I'm gonna power hike up this hill and eat my banana here and just chat with
Yeah.
the guy or gal next to me is a big part of the sport.
To quote my esteemed colleague, a road race is like the orchestra, a trail race is like a Fish concert.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hopefully it stays that way. I'm not gonna lie, it is changing. I mean, it is definitely more. It's getting more type A. Like people are getting more competitive, and that's cool. I just hope that more competitive as the sport gets, we can still have the different like I feel like the way it used to be, everyone still got along. No matter where you finished, people would still like you'd still hang out with everybody and stuff like that. But I hope we still keep that connection with all no matter what the pace is that you run, you can still be cool with everybody. I hope it still stays that way.
Rob ran it as well, and David, the Cleveland half. I lined up with the 130 pace group. I've got my button up shirt on, my tie-dyed headband, my like white soccer shorts on. I'm like trying to talk to people and they're just not having it.
No.
There's just people warm. I was like, what do you guys warm up for these things? Like, what are you really? Okay. I'm just going to stand over here and hopefully no one wanted to talk. It was so serious. I was like, yeah, this kind of stinks. I don't know how much I like this.
When I do road races now, like I'm always drawn to like that weirdo that wears like the real jean shorts. I'm like, oh, there's somebody cool, or like somebody like. And don't get me wrong, I like to run fast sometimes and do road races, but for the most part, I just like being a weirdo on the trail. I think that's my thing.
Yeah, because when you go to a trail race and you're a weirdo, there's 90 other weirdos with you. Like 9 out of 10 people are weirdos. When you go to a road race, you're like the only one in attendance, I think. Hey folks, if you're loving the stories, tips, and laughs we're dishing out, make sure you don't miss an episode. Hit that subscribe button so you're the first to know when a new episode drops. And hey, if you've got a second, why not leave us a review? Your feedback helps us improve and keeps this running community growing. Lace up, hit subscribe, and let's get back into the show.
So, John, speaking of trail looks, you got to bring back the mustache, dude. And I've never said that before to any other person, but you got to bring back the mustache, man.
I started a new job and I didn't want to give him the full flavor yet, so it'll come back at some point. But yeah, it's I'm like who's that actor Pedro Pascal? I look like him when he shaves. It's like it's bad. You just got to grow him up. You got to get the mustache back. I know. I know.
It just works, man. It just works.
I know. It's like a signature. You can't cut off your signature, man. It just doesn't work.
No, no, yeah. Bring back the stash. The stash plays.
It'll come back. It'll come back soon.
Yeah. Now, John, you're also a shoe guy, correct?
I try to be mainly trail. Yeah, I've how can I say this? I've done a lot of reviews this year. A few haven't came out yet. I've also started a podcast recently. We recorded an episode. So I got a pair of Amazon shoes, like $20 Amazon shoes, and I did a really technical 50K. These aren't trail shoes either. They were definitely road shoes. And I ran a technical trail race in Massanutten, rocky, Rudy, constantly underwater. And yeah, we reviewed the shoes. I'm not sure when that's going to air, but I'll try. I'll let you know when it does. But yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, please let me know how the Amazon shoe review goes or when it goes up so I can.
I'm like this. I love reviewing trail shoes, like seriously and stuff like that. But I think what I really enjoy is just reviewing off the wall type of shoes, like just yeah, just like the random road shoe. Oh, they're my one of my favorite shoes. Have you ever seen what's the name of that? The what's that Walmart shoe? What's the shoe they sell at Walmart? So this brand, it'll come to me what the brand name is. They sold these like knockoff Hoka Cliftons basically. The shoe looked exactly like a Hoka Clifton.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it was like 15 bucks. It was awesome. So like I look for like weird stuff like that. Like anything like really cheap to run in and just see what I can do in it. It's kind of amazing what you could do with some of these shoes. It's great.
I saw one. It was like a Timu Vaporfly knockoff or something. And the guy was running in them. I don't know how this got into my algorithm, but it was pretty funny. Like the shoe blew apart after like 4 miles or something. Yeah, it was a Timu special knockoff of the Vaporfly, I believe. I could be wrong, but
Just to make the lawyers happy, we do support running in $15 Walmart shoes, but we don't recommend it.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it though, but yeah, it's amazing the kind of shoes though people wear at races. Like I love looking at people's shoes, just to see what they're doing. And yeah, you see everything now at races. Like you see really competitive people, even at like trail races, wearing like Vaporflies and stuff like that, like less technical ones. Yeah, you see people wearing shoes from like 10 years ago. It's great. It's fun. It's cool to peep it out.
Yeah, it is weird the shoes that people will wear to those. It was a 2 mile dog race. I had my dog running with me, obviously for a dog race. He got a little tired at the end, but it was a trail race. It was actually on part of the Burning River course near Salt Run, down that big hill, Sound of Music Hill, and there's complete carnage in the race. I should tell that story because it's pretty good. So it's a 2 mile dog race. You go down this wet, dewy hill, the Sound of Music Hill, right by it.
Oh, I know it.
It's wet. There's dogs dragging people. There's a giant German Shepherd that this guy is like having to hold back to start because this dog just wants to run. They say go. The German Shepherd's gone, dragging its owner along with him, who can barely keep up. He slides on the dewy grass, falls down the hill. There's poodles and pooches going every which way. It's complete chaos, carnage race. And I think it's hilarious that they start it on a downhill, dewy grass field. It's the same people who do Burning River that do this race. So it's pretty funny. And yeah, Obi and my dog Obi-Wan, we got picked up and passed in the last like 200 feet. He was walking, he was done. It was by a girl in Vaporflies on the dog trail race. So I was just from that day on, I just had a thing for people in Vaporflies. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
just
weird.
can't like them.
Yeah, it's weird. I have one pair. I'm gonna wear at the Marine Corps so I'm pushing a buddy on the Marine Corps Marathon this year. That's probably my biggest road race I'm doing. And I love the Marine Corps Marathon. It's the 50th, so I gotta do it. That's our local marathon here in the DC area. So I've got to do that one. And then I'm doing a couple 5Ks like with my girlfriend and then pushing for Ainsley's Angels. And yeah, I'll probably wear so Ainsley's Angels is an organization. Basically, they promote inclusion and help athletes that are disabled that can't run be able to participate in races by athletes pushing them in their race chairs. So
It's called
yeah,
Dancing with Angels.
Ainsley's Angels.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
Ainsley's.
yeah. Check them out, man. They're all over the country, and yeah, they're great. I've been working with them since 2017, I believe, 2017. And yeah, I've pushed athlete riders on all distances. I was gonna do an ultra with this guy, but then COVID shut that down. The race that we were gonna do the ultra on a 50 miler here, that went away after COVID. That didn't even come back. Going back to the fall and races. Yeah, so at some point I'd like to push somebody on like a 50 or a 100-mile race. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, COVID killer, man. Awful.
Yeah, yeah. Took down a lot of good businesses and races.
Yeah.
Ainsley's Angels. That sounds pretty interesting. That's
Yeah, they're awesome. I love pushing people on races and like talking and just like it's really cool doing something for somebody else. I mean like I think with running, especially the road stuff, you can get to a point where like it's all about self-promotion and stuff like that, but when you're helping somebody else out, it's a better overall experience if you ask me. You're doing something for somebody else and again in a sport where you're pretty much kind of like greedy about your time and like oh look at me, it's cool to help somebody else out.
heck yeah, yeah. That's how many races have you pushed someone in?
Oh geez, I don't even know, it's been a lot. Multiple marathons, like I've done all distances, man. I don't even know.
And John, you served, right?
I did, I was in the Navy.
Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, always good to have a former service member on. What did you do in the Navy?
So I went in to be a corpsman, but when I started doing the medical stuff, just didn't work out. I went into supply, and that was probably for the better. But yeah, I liked it, and the Navy helped plant the seed to be a runner because you have to do like the physical readiness test in the Navy. So I started to kind of like running more there. My mom runs too, so like when I was younger, she kind of planted the seed also. So between her and the Navy. I wanted to, but I wasn't disciplined enough. And I always had in my head like, I wanted to like play football or baseball or something and just thought that running was a component of sports, not an actual sport. But yeah, the older I got, I was like, you know what? I want to run marathons. And then yeah, I found out this weird ultra world and here I am trying to stay in it.
Yeah, we do cherish our weird ultra world, right, Rob?
Oh yeah, sure do. It definitely wouldn't be as fun. I mean, to Casey's point earlier, we have friends that all they do is marathons and good for them, but it's just how many seconds can I shave off? And it's just so serious. And I don't know. I'd love to care that much, but I just don't. I want to have a good time.
Now,
Yeah.
honestly, you know what? I think that's partially what got me hurt last year. Like I was doing ultras and doing a lot of road races, trying to like do some fast stuff, and I had some good times here and there. But I think ultimately, that, and then I had a lot of other stressful stuff going on. But I think I was just trying to do too much, and I probably should have just stick with doing ultras and just doing my own thing. I feel like whenever you stray too far away from yourself, that's where the bad stuff happens. And the racing's one thing, but if you're just in a bad state and you're just trying to like make things work that aren't there, it's not gonna be good. You're gonna get hurt and you're gonna drift further away from what you like. So that's my advice to anyone out there. Do you? And if you like doing ultras, just do those. You don't have to cater to anyone else, or you don't have to do road races. Just do your ultra thing.
It's fun to go fast, but I don't know. I leave that to 5 and 10 Ks. Anything more than that, I'm on the trail.
For me now, like if I do a 5K, I'm not gonna try to get like sub 20 or any of that bullshit. I'm just having fun with it. I'll wear a costume, or I'll run with my kid or girlfriend or something. But I'm not gonna try to be like a superhero on that anymore because again, I think that's where I really messed up trying to like live in both worlds and do road stuff and trail stuff.
The going fast, like Rob said, it is fun, but I don't know. I don't find much enjoyment in it. And I've run one road marathon and that was it. And
Well, probably the dumbest thing I did last year. I
I like these. I always like these. The dumbest thing I did.
Oh
Yeah.
no, so like I ran a really technical race. Here's another one you can look up, the Wild Oak Trail 100, aka TWAT.
I was gonna say because that's part of the grindstone course, correct?
It is, it is. If you look up the website, it's pretty funny too. It's an interesting website. But anyway, and yeah, that's another like low key race that a lot of people want to compare it to Barkley or like say it's kind of like a minor league for Barkley. I mean, it's its own race. It's hard. It's its own thing. It's not Barkley. It's its own thing. But anyway, I did that. I've DNF'd that race like many times, but I finally finished it last year. And then like a week later, I ran a 5K under 20 minutes, like trying to race people, like that I shouldn't have been trying to keep up with. I was just doing stuff like that, like like a slow moving technical ultra into like the next week trying to like do a sub 25K. Yeah, so like I should have known better, but yeah, that's the kind of shit that got me where I'm at right now.
I'm trying to limit it to two a year, maybe three. I just can't. I don't know. I just fear a back injury so bad anymore that I just don't. I can't.
Well, I'm like this. If I just do paces I'm comfortable with, I mean, I'm not going to win a race, but I mean, like, I could have fun and be like the middle of the pack, or I mean, sometimes I'm even towards the back. Sometimes I'm even last. Yeah, especially this year. Like, if you look at some of my results this year, I finished a 50 miler with like a minute or two to spare this year. And honestly, that's a more enjoyable. That's a fun journey right there. I mean, like when you get to a point where you don't think you're going to make it, and you run in and everyone cheers for you. I mean, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, if I just run ultras like at a slower pace or just like a comfortable pace, let's just say, I think I can do a lot of them and stay healthier than just trying to run a bunch of road races and getting all these PRs and stuff like that. Because like that's what for me, that's what's gonna knock me out. I'm gonna go too fast. I'm gonna pull stuff. I'm gonna mess up my hip again. Yeah, I feel like doing ultras, even though it's a longer distance, it's just a better thing for me.
This twat race I'm looking up, TWOT.
Oh, I think it's under the wildoaktrail.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I can't believe I haven't heard of this race because I've
Very low key. I'll probably get in trouble for even mentioning it. Means me mentioning it out there on a podcast.
You're never going to get into it again, John.
Yeah, they're not gonna let me. I want to do it again. I tried to do so one of my DNFs this year. I tried to do the 200 earlier this year. So I got over the pneumonia, and then I started having like stomach bugs and stuff like that. I guess residuals of the pneumonia. And I only did one loop. It was embarrassing. I only did one loop for the 100 or for the 200 miler. And yeah, I don't know. Another thing too, like my good friend Tony, he passed away. Me and him did this race all the time. So I was like sad on the course without him and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do it again. It's tough. It's gonna take a while to get that mental toughness back on top of, physical toughness, getting over the injury. But yeah, it's tough. Like when you run with somebody like that over the years at a certain race, it's tough to go back to it. Like I don't know if I'll ever go back.
yeah, I certainly understand what you mean there, John. And it's yeah, I can get behind that sentiment. I understand it. Or that would be difficult.
And you know what? If again going back to the races that you saw, like the export, I think that's the export. Yeah, see, I can't even tell you the names of the races I'm about to do, but like that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just want to do new stuff. Go new places, meet some new people. Kind of just like I think part of me just wants to kind of like have some new experiences, just because like yeah, if you have a friend that passed away that you're real close with, I think it's just like for me. It's just like I gotta do some new races and just kind of get away from stuff.
Yeah, and John, you certainly do a lot of new races. I mean, you have a list. Maybe the long you and Andrew Glaze might be.
Yeah, he's no, don't even put me with that guy. That guy deserves his own category. I mean, I've done some stuff, but yeah, that guy's the master.
I mean, you're a close second, John. You're
Thank you.
you're definitely a close second.
Yeah, you had a lot of
I wish
races.
I could train like he does. I mean, he puts in some miles. I just try to do what I can because I got a kid, and I know he's got kids also. I'm a single dad, so like I try to do what I can, and with work and stuff. But yeah, I envy that guy's training. He not only does he do a lot of races, but he puts in a lot of weekly miles, which is really commendable.
What was he on, Robin? We had him on the show, Andrew Glaze. What was he on? Week? Do you remember Week Mile? It was like a
It was an anniversary. Was he close to 200 at that point?
yeah, it might have been because he ran 200 miles that week. I remember.
Yeah, 200 for the 200th week.
Yeah, because that could have been it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I would know that. But yeah, Andrew
Yeah, it was
Glaze.
almost 2 years ago, Casey. We're getting older. Our memories are not that good anymore.
Yeah, memories are shot. But yeah,
That was one of the things I missed about COVID. I mean, like during then, I put in like crazy weeks like that, but like I I think I could do miles like that if I had the time and I didn't have the stress I have now. But yeah, if I was in like some situation where I could just run, I'd like to see if I could do that again. I think that's the thing I haven't like fully recovered with COVID. I like it's weird because I was just in a spot where like I would wake up early, I would just run just a crazy amount of miles, come back, hang out with my kid the rest of the day. It was amazing. I mean, for me, and I know everyone had a different experience and it was a horrible situation, but like I don't think I've ever like really recovered from that. Like just because I had to I got to hang out with my kid, I got to run, I got to do a lot of stuff for me. It's hard to come down from that. It was almost like a high, like I could just run whatever. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I haven't got to like hopefully there'll be another spot in my life where I can run like that again or just have something comparable. But yeah, it's different. It's different now.
yeah. Or I mean, or you could just get a job at the Laverne Fire Station and do fire loops.
I was a firefighter in the Navy. That was part of my job, doing that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
maybe it's in the cards, but I don't know. I'm in sales. I mean, that's pretty much what I've done my whole life. So
It's tough. I mean, when you're in the sales life, that it can be a grind. It can be a lot.
it's kind of like running in itself. I mean, like, there's a leaderboard and like, it's kind of like it's a sport in itself and there's thrills to it. And I think to help balance that out, it makes me a better runner because like, there's a lot of like, I don't want to say sitting around, but there is a lot of inside work that goes with that, like being in front of the computer. So like when I do get to go off the computer, I'm like, yeah, so I'm more motivated to run instead of like when I was a caregiver, there's like a lot of physical requirements for that, like, lifting, going all around and stuff like that. So, sales is kind of cool just because you get more downtime to rest, which I do need. I need to be forced to like sit down at a desk or like rest because if not, I'm an idiot. As you can see from my ultra sign up, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you do a lot of traveling, John. That's
Driving, traveling, I can't sit still, man. I'm always doing something.
yeah. Do you mostly try and stay East Coast? It looks like.
Yeah, more so now, especially because my daughter's getting older. She travels a lot for dance. She goes all over the place for competitions. So, like that it was tough this year. So, like, she had competitions every week, earlier on in the year. So I had to cancel some races. I was hurt anyway, so it wasn't that bad. But it kind of sucks when you have plans with people to do a race and it falls through. And like I knew that I needed to be with my kid, but at the same time, like, you're like, oh, you do miss the life too. So it's, I think that was a struggle earlier on this year too. Just being able to do the right thing and not, I mean, not, I don't have regrets about not doing races that I was signed up for and stuff like that because my kid means more than running to me.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
at the same time, though, you do like, you know, I mean, it's hard to walk, for as many races I've done and stuff like that, it's hard to like walk away from that stuff because I love the community so much. But it's easier to get for me getting races now because my daughter doesn't have competition this time of year. So I'm trying to get more in and trying to balance everything out. I want to hang out with my kids as much as possible, but again, also, do races and be a part of the community.
So, John, last question from me. Is Badwater still at the top of the list?
Oh, I want to. I got to finish. I need to finish 100 this year. We'll see. I got if I knock out some hundreds, like I really wanted to going into Burning River, but that was such a kick in the ass, man. And that's it's hard to explain it to people. Like I've had friends in the past that don't really get this, but like it's for me like what happens throughout the course of the year. It change goals change. Like if your body's not up to it or your mind's not up to it, and you're having issues, you have to take a step back at times. But I'm hoping I rebound and have some better races coming up, and we'll see what happens.
You'll get there, man.
I'm hoping. I want to do it. I've wanted to do that race since I was like 19.
Yeah, I have faith that you'll do it, John. You'll get it done. The 100-mile completed this year for sure.
Well, I want to do more than one, but we'll see. I always like again going back to my ultra snap. As you can tell, I'm very ambitious. I probably shouldn't be as ambitious as I am, but you know what? I like to push it, and I like to I like to take some chances, and I like to go for it.
Well, John, I certainly appreciate your time here. We do try and keep these to around 45 minutes because our listeners only have that attention span in them, it seems. So I'd certainly thank you for sharing your stories on races, on life in general. And I appreciate your time here today, John.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you for letting me vent out some stuff and talk about my injury and my woe. But I'm gonna hit the rest of the year stronger, and I'm gonna get some good stuff done.
Oh yeah, John, we're rooting for you.
Oh, thank you.
So, John, where can our listeners find you on the interwebs?
On the interwebs, I'm primarily on Instagram, Breezy Trailhead. I'm kind of taking some steps back from Facebook. Too much fighting on there. I'm sometimes I'm on what's it called? TikTok. Sometimes I'm on there, but yeah, primarily Instagram.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Hobby Job. We hope you've enjoyed our conversation today. And if you liked what you heard, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your support keeps us moving forward. Until next time, keep those feet moving and enjoy the mile.